Hey, welcome to the Narrowway Homestead, everybody. This is our update for the week. One of the things we did, as you can probably tell, solar panels. So we've been working on this array for actually probably a couple weeks. Setting the post, laying it out, all that good stuff. But the spider bite really ended up setting me back. But we finally got it up and accomplished. So we have 18 panels up right now. I bought a total of 20. These are used panels, 250 watt. Um, Put a little waterproofing setup so that they shed water since they don't have any roofing material underneath of them. So we can use the underside for things like parking the four-wheeler or various other things. Obviously, we have nothing hooked up. The battery bank will be down here. We got to finish building the top of it and closing it in. Um, Got a lot of wiring to do, stuff like that. Right now we're of course still using our 200 watt setup and everything inside here, but we're really excited to get this hooked up. We should go from 200 watts to about 3,500 watts. These top six, these top six here, I actually don't have a charge controller to run them. They're kind of back up at the moment, but I figured while I was building the array and setting it all up, I should just set as many panels as I bought. It was just a better deal to buy them in quantity like that, especially with buying used panels. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the big things we did. One of the things I'm debating on is moving the camper closer and making a second part to this roof, so to speak, and roofing over the camper to help keep it cooler in the summertime. So it's just something I'm debating about. Don't know if we're going to actually do that. But next couple weeks, we still have this water tank just waiting for everybody to be 100% because it's 450 pounds. And we got to get it down here and standing up behind our building that we built. So other than that, this spider bite I have, oh, it looks about, it's hard for me to see in the video if it's showing up, but there we go. So I've got redness like from here down to there. The actual bite was here somewhere, and I lost one layer of skin here. But I mean, it looks healthy, and it looks like it's recovering really nicely. I'm really thrilled about that. There are some places, like on my knee, I got this tiny. I don't even know if it shows up. I just got like a couple tiny little leftovers from the rash that kind of show up and carry on. But generally speaking, my energy level's back. Things are looking a whole lot better. So pretty excited with the treatments we did. I'll update the Patreon post sometime. Plus we have the live video we did on medical stuff, which includes a lot of info. So that's what I've been up to this week, and pretty happy to get something done after sitting around for a long time. Yeah, got just a beautiful sunny day. We got goats everywhere. It's just a good day to be a homesteader.
Okay, so just a little update on the goats. The little guys, Samaria's kids, the three of them, they are 6 weeks old. Yesterday, I believe. This is a little buckling. He's not super keen on being held. He's got some nice horns coming in. If I could get one of his sisters, you can see the difference in the horns. The bucks always grow horns quicker and bigger than the does do. I kind of think it's God's way or nature's way of making sure that the does get more milk than the bucks do because the does need to get bigger, quicker, so that they can breed. And the bucks, it doesn't matter how big they are when they breed. But they're doing really well. They're getting more friendly as they get older. Because I don't bottle raise them, they're a little skittish until they're 3 or 4 or 5 weeks old, and then they start getting more friendly and want to interact and stuff a little more with people instead of just other goats. They're doing real well. They're eating a lot on their own. They still obviously drink off the mom, but they figured out that green stuff is good stuff to eat. And yep, they're gaining weight. They look healthy. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. A couple people were asking about the two new girls and how they are getting along with the rest of the herd. And they're doing really well. They still get picked on and head-butted a lot. They're super, super friendly with people. But they're much more tolerated by the other goats. You can kind of see how the other goats are just hanging out with them. Oh, there we go, headbutt. But it's not a bad headbutt. You know, she just kind of wanted her a little bit out of her space and not... She wants all the pets. She's spoiled. So she always wants all of the attention. But they're much more tolerated. Pretty much every night they all sleep together and cuddle together. So they definitely feel like they're part of the herd and they hang out with each other. There's not quite as much headbutting and fighting going on. And I think part of it is due to these guys are just maturing. They're not quite as baby-like. They're not quite as spoiled. They have a little bit more confidence in themselves, so they'll headbutt back a little bit. And by the time these guys are full grown or even 6 months old, you know, it's not really going to be much of a contest because they're going to be much bigger goats. So that's the girls. They're all doing well. They're very happy to be mowing our lawn because this grass is just awesome grass. It's a really high protein content and gives them good nutrients, gives them exactly what they need. You can see that we're running the chickens with them as well. The chickens are great because they eat all the flies as they try to land on the goats or as they try to land on the poop. Yep, everybody gets along great. She's a little bit invasive of personal space. She's still working on it. She's not as bad as she was. She used to try to climb in my lap or sit on my shoulder, and she's going to be a little bit too big for that. So she's learning. They all have to learn. It's easier if you teach them when they're young not to get in your personal space, especially when they're going to be really big. But yep, that is the goats, and that's their update. One of the exciting things this week was babies. This is our youngest female guinea pig. I believe she is around 9 months old, maybe 8 months old. And these are her two pups. The one's hiding. There he is. I'm pretty sure this one's a female, and the one that's hiding back there is a male. You can see how their size compared to mom. They are, oh boy, I think they're 4 days old. So this is a quite a bit different than something like rabbits or dogs or cats. Most rodents actually, you know, when they give birth, they're little tiny, pink, ugly, disgusting, and kind of helpless blobs. Guinea pigs are not that way. Obviously, they are born with all of their fur. They can technically be immediately weaned off of mom. They don't need her milk to survive. Obviously, it's better for them, so we leave them together. But at 3 weeks old, you officially fully wean them, rather than at like 8 weeks old for things like rabbits and cats. And that is because the males at 3 weeks old can impregnate either their sisters or the mom. So you really need to separate males at 3 weeks unless you want your the rest of your guinea pigs pregnant. So very, very interesting. And the moms, when the moms do get pregnant, or when the sows get pregnant, they're pregnant for 2 months, which is longer than most other rodents, and that is why when they give birth to fully feathered, fully functional, basically mini adults. They eat grass right off the bat. They eat the adult food right off the bat. They do need a little bit of different nutrients. They need some more calcium and stuff that adult ones do. But, yep, they're super cute. We've enjoyed playing with them a lot, trying to socialize them and get them very used to people. The males we will sell, and I have not decided yet whether or not I'm keeping the female. Oh, there she's letting him nurse for a couple seconds. But they're adorable, and we're definitely excited to have more babies on the farm. The good guinea pigs. Oh, and I do use a rather strange bedding for rodents. I have towels that I rotate in and out, just because guinea pigs don't chew on them. And it's actually really, really, really easy to clean the cage. Once a day, typically in the mornings, I'll pull up both towels and it brings up all the pee, all the poop. I shake them out, hang them up to get washed in the rain and the sun, put down a couple new towels, give them fresh food, and it's done. Super simple cleaning. It doesn't stink. It doesn't require me to, pull handfuls of nasty bedding out or waste bedding, use anything like straw or wood shavings. Yeah, that's really nice. Now you can't do something like this with rabbits because rabbits will chew it. So, but with these guys, they don't chew on it. They leave it alone and don't make a mess of it. So it's really nice, really easy to clean out their cage that way. And the reason I have mom and baby separated is just it's less stressful for everybody, and the babies are small enough that predators will get to them, so I want them in a cage that snakes can't get in and the cats can't get in, because these little guys would be really tempting for the cats. The cats don't go after the bigger adults, but the babies would I just won't trust the cats with them. So I wanted a very predator-proof cage until they're older and grown up and can be out and about with everybody else.
Hi guys. So when I'm not busy with my chickens, often helping Nate do other stuff, but a lot of my time is spent trying to take care of the chickens, moving them, making sure they're not overheating in whatever pasture they're in because it's been really, really hot this last couple weeks, and just generally making sure that they are respecting the electrical fence and its boundaries. The other thing I've started to notice is some of the reds are definitely ruse and are getting a little bit aggressive with some of the other chickens. So I'm monitoring that just to make sure it's not getting too nasty or anything. They will probably end up being either our dinner or the dog's food, as you can't really have too many roosters in your flock. There just causes way too much fighting, and it typically ends in bloodshed and dead birds. So it's not really a wise idea. The other thing I did was help make a wood path into the cabin. This is to help prevent any mud being trucked in, and for beautification of just around. It's really neat to look at. It's sandstone, so it will eventually probably crumble and need to be replaced with rock as we find it, but it has some unique colors in it, so I like it. So Diane and I collected some yarrow. Yarrow's over here, and some mullein. We also collected some honeysuckle And the honeysuckle and the mullein have really good antiviral properties. It's really good for colds. We've brewed up mullein when we felt like we were getting our sinus congestion or anything like that. The honeysuckle is also supposed to be good for head colds. Anytime you feel something like that coming on, you brew it up, make a tea. It's really, really good. You can also use the honeysuckle for other things in jams. You can make breads and stuff, but you would use the flower. You can use the leaves as part of your tea, but I wouldn't really use it in your jam making. You're not going to get the same flavor, obviously. The biggest thing that we'll have to watch is, if you do have somebody with allergies, the honeysuckle is very potent and it could cause problems for somebody that would be more sensitive in that area. So do use the honeysuckle with caution. Yarrow has a lot of interesting properties. I've been doing some research on it. I'll probably do more, but the biggest thing is that it's known for is its blood clotting properties. If you're bleeding externally or internally, it's supposed to help clot your blood. So it's really, really good for that. Some people even say you can use it as like another nature's bandage, kind of like the plantain that I had talked about in one of my other videos. You can put it on a wound. It will help clot the blood and slow down the bleeding. So it's a really cool, useful plant. You collect just the leaves for it to make your tea or tinctures or whatever you're making out of it. So come on back to the Norway Homestead. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Those updates on our newest and latest videos. Thanks, guys. Bye.